what's up, y'all? What up, man? What up? What up? We had Avery in the chat. I think she dipped out after that, but that's what's up. Appreciate her. We got Ruby. We got hello Ruby. We got random gaming content. Hello. What's up, y'all? SJ. Your MIDI's better. What kind of MIDI you got, dog? What kind of MIDI you got? Cause this ain't really a MIDI. You know what I mean? This ain't really quite a MIDI. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite, man. Not quite. Y'all see it on the screen. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, man. So we're gonna make a track, a beat from scratch. Okay, so hit that like button on the way in for me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already, man. You got the Arteria Keylab Essential 49 key. That's a good one. That is a good keyboard. I will agree with that. But this is an MPC, my friend. Way different. Different machine. You know. Let's see. Let's do some housekeeping. Let's get this going here. Yep. Double tap screen for me. And we will need some drums at some point, so go ahead and drop me some lyrics in the chat. Alright, instructions for that are right there. There y'all go. Welcome to the show, y'all. We do heavy audience participation over here, okay? So let's see what we're gonna make today. You said Akai trash, no shade. I mean, that is shade, but I mean, it's also a complete lie. Because if you look at what Akai is doing, man, they're doing some big things. You know, especially if you look at the older machines. With the new ones that they got, you know, this one right here, for example, I could do a whole lot with this. You know what I mean? But from what I understand, the MPC 4000 is probably one of the best ones, if not the best. That's the old school model right there. Alright, let's see. Let's find the right tempo here. Let's see. There we go. Let's add this one. Yeah, no. You said by that don't mean I'm gatekeeping? Well, I'm gonna assume nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just going based on what you say. No, I don't play Fortnite though, man. What's up, Mary? She said give a like for good karma, sub if you about that life. Damn right. Exactly. So let's set this up first. Let's do this first. Let's make it happen. Oh shit, messed up. Messed up. Come on. We're gonna get it. By the way, folks, I'm not a piano player, man. Never played piano in my life. There we go. Let's make it happen. first I'm gonna change something else real quick. Let's make this something else. Let's see what happens if we drop it down. Drop the notes. What's up, Fantastico? What's up, bro? What's up, Joe Boomer? Is that back to that 80s soul synth? That shit is hot. What are you talking about? Oh, this one? That's some old school shit right there. Hold on, we're doing something with this though. I might bring it in for something on here. We'll see. But hit that like button, y'all. Double tap the screen, man. Double tap that screen for me. What's up here? Appreciate that, Joe. Thank you, man. Let's see if this works. That'll work. And see, I play by ear, you know what I'm saying? I play by ear, so I'm just kind of improvising right now, just making something random. You know, when I started the stream, folks, some of you guys are new to my channel, so you guys really don't know how I do it over here. But sometimes I'll start with a concept, like a tune in my head, which in this case, it was exactly this pattern right here, but just a piano, you know what I mean? Just a straight notes. Actually, speaking of which, let me take the delay off real quick. Where that shit at? So basically like this, you know what I mean? You said, can you do Undertale, Sam's Last Stand? I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But anyway, appreciate you being here, Pierre. Fantastico said, what'd you say? Wait, Fantastico, ain't you from like New Zealand or something, Australia? Let me see. Okay, so that's exactly how I had that before, but I changed it up from piano to this. And we brought this in. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure this last part out, at least for now. We might add more to it. Actually, I know we will, but just I'm trying to figure out this basis here. We can do it like that. Hold up. Fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about, though. I really have no idea what you're talking about. You gotta figure out that grammar, man. like that. That's cool for now, man. We're gonna keep building that. But look, let's get the likes up on the video. All right, y'all, hit that button. Double tap the screen. You know what I mean? Where the other one at? Oh yeah, y'all. Y'all see that right there? Hit that button right there if you see it, okay? Get that mug out your way and hit it today, man. Subscribe to the channel today. We're gonna pause for the cause. I'll give y'all a minute. All right, man. Double tap that screen, man. Go ahead and hit that button, y'all, for real. Let's see. Let's put this in. Let's see if that fits. Hold on. Okay, let's see. What's up, Funny Lander? You said play Nyan Cat? Well, I don't know how to play that one, man. I don't know nothing about that. Actually, I think I remember seeing that shit. Was that the cat with the Pop-Tart? Cat that's on the Pop-Tart and shit? That's an old ass meme, man, from back in the day. Oh, I'm sure this piano solos here, man. I can make some jazz shit out of that. Something like that. I don't know. I can make some jazzy tune out of that. You say you're from Brazil? Shout out to Brazil. That's all right, man. You say English ain't very well. It's all good. As long as I can understand what you're trying to say, okay? Put that in real quick. Okay. Now we're going to take one of these pianos I might leave. I might. But let me narrow it down real quick. So we got that one there. Actually, let's do this. We need a name for this track, alright? Let's get a name for the track first. Alright, drop that for me in the chat, whatever y'all want to call this, man. Doesn't matter to me. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be too creative or nothing special. Alright? Just drop a name for the track in the chat, but it'll be only the first name that I see, okay? Whatever name I see y'all come up with first is the one I'm picking. Okay, Fantastico from Europe. Yeah, what part of Europe, man? What part of Europe you from, bro? Let's see. If we can't come up with a name, I'm gonna have to give some generic name. I have to just give a random ass name to it. I'll give y'all a few more seconds. Who wants to name the track, man? Go ahead and drop that in the chat. I believe in y'all. I believe you guys are creative, you know. But like I said, it doesn't have to be anything in particular. You could say, look to your left and look to your right, and what's the first two things you see? That could be the name right there, you know. Foy said, do you like vaporwave style, like Vectroid, electronic gems? I never heard of Yuutsu, but yeah, I like vaporwave. I was around when it was coming up, back around 2013, 2014, and 15, you know. I was on that shit. On that shit. You would have called it Based, is that what you're saying? Fantastico, you wanna name the track Based? Is that what you're saying? Vienna, Zurich, Geneva, that's where you're from? You're from Switzerland? Is that what you're saying? Let's take one of these, switch it to something else. Actually, both of them. Fuck it. Let's see. Funny Slander said, "What do you use for mix?" You studied Reaper. Well, for the longest time, man, I used FL Studio, but my laptop's fucked up. I can't do nothing with my laptop except for very, very minor tasks. You know what I'm saying? I certainly can't run FL Studio on there no more. I can't edit videos no more. You know, but before, like I said, I use FL Studio pretty much. You know what I mean? Other than that, though, everything I mix is directly from the machine. You see what I mean? And I think it's got, you know, plenty of effects and all that. It's not, I wouldn't call it a setup to where, you know, you might have an actual board to mix with, or, you know, sophisticated software. Because, you know, I think MPC 3.0 is good. I haven't got it yet, but the 2.15, whatever this is, 2.17 is decent. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the one downside to the MPC that I've noticed is whenever you're mixing off the machine itself, you're limited to the capabilities of the hardware. So on a laptop or a computer, you know, you got more RAM, you got all type of shit, especially in a DAW, you can use multiple different plugins, multiple different effect generators, all type of stuff. Whereas on the MPC directly, you know, you gotta be real particular and very, I guess calculated with the effects you put on, you know what I mean? The way you mix it. But yeah. Yep. Alright, let's see what else we're gonna do here. I'm thinking about putting a bass, but I wanna get these figured out first. I wanna get this shit figured out first, so let's find out. Okay. What should we call this, y'all? What y'all name this track? Let's give it a generic name for now. Yeah, this thing can do all type of stuff. Funny lander. It can do a whole lot, man. This thing is, you can get it for less than $1,000. You can find one of these for less than $1,000. Less than $1,000. What's up, Fixer? We're just making a beat, man, making a beat from scratch. But look, y'all, double tap that screen for me, alright? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If y'all haven't already, okay? Appreciate y'all, man. Oh yeah, by the way, look, we do need some drum packs in the chat, okay? So let me, let's see, we're gonna do that. Do it like that, alright? Let's get some letters in the chat. Like I said before, we do a lot of audience participation over here, so y'all better be ready, man. Y'all better be ready. It's active. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do a bass. We're gonna do a bass. Let's have a bass over here. I dig this. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. Not bad, man. What name should we come up with this, folks? Oh, thank you, Fixer. Thank you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Straight up. Funny said, now the music is like a band called Man of No Ego from YouTube. I love the artist. Okay, I'm gonna check him out, man. I appreciate that. I love the music recommendations, because look, when you guys are making music and you ever get stuck, okay, and you don't know what to make or you don't have any ideas, listen to a bunch of different music, from whatever genre of music you like or just any genre in general. Just listen to a whole ton of that shit, like just a bunch of music until you feel inspired or until you get some ideas. You see what I mean? Because, you know, that creative block shit can definitely happen at any time. But that's a good way to get back on the horse, as they say. Okay. I appreciate that, Fixie. He said, best music channel on YouTube. Straight up, dog, I'm pinning that comment. I'm pinning that one. That's a good one. That's a good one right there, dog. Actually, this one works too. You said you should get features on electric. Hold on, what they say? I know what channel you're talking about too. You said, yeah, electronic gems, yeah. Yep. That's where a lot of that vaporwave is, you know? A lot of that vaporwave come right from there, dog. That's what's up, though. Word up, yep, damn right. Word up, man. So this is my people then. We found some people that are, you know, are into that kind of music. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so let's see here. Oh yeah, we still need the drums, y'all. I gotta write the letters down. Right here. We need some letters in the chat to pick some drum packs. Alright, so let me explain this real quick. When you guys put a letter of the alphabet in the chat, alright, we sometimes take like 3 to 5, you know, letters, sometimes more. But basically what I'll do is I'll go in here, right, just to do it off random and work with what we got. I'm gonna take the words that y'all, or excuse me, the letters y'all put in the chat and pick drum packs that start with the exact same letter, okay? That's how we do it every stream. Literally about 100% of every stream we do it just like that, okay? Except for, I guess, maybe occasionally a rare occasion that we're not, you know, just making music, or maybe just going with a different approach. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna need them drums real soon, y'all. So drop whatever letter y'all want to in the chat, alright? And we'll go from that. Okay, here we go. Hold on. You said drop it. I need the letters in the chat, man. Y'all didn't hear me? Y'all can't hear, huh? Let me say this clearly. Look. When you guys put a letter in the chat, I pick a drum pack based off that, all right? So I'm waiting on y'all, man. If you want to see the drums, you want to hear that shit, put them letters in the chat. Y'all see the instructions in the chat, man. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know exactly what's up, dog. Funny Lander said Electronic Gems gets various vaporwave artists that use same type music and beats. Sometime ago, the channel give for free the sample packs from them. Oh, for real? That's pretty good. I didn't know about that though. But see, at the time, I wasn't necessarily making music quite like vaporwave. I mean, maybe, somewhat. But yeah, I wasn't looking, you know, for drum packs, stuff like that back then, because I used to just make music on FL Studio. You see my point? Like this machine right here, man, I got this mug last year. You know, it hadn't even been a whole year since I've had this thing. So, maybe in hindsight, right, I would have went back and did some shit like that, but it is what it is. What's up, America's Crawford? What up? What up, what up? Got the music, hashtag music, concert, songs, absolutely. Yep, that's what we do. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. Appreciate that, Funny Lander. There you go. I think some of you guys are delayed on the stream as well, so let's check this out. Until the next hour, okay? So if you guys are hearing me say this, then it's past that time. Alright? That means it's past the time. So. Uh-oh, let's see something here. We still going? Can y'all hear me? Are we good? Oh, I think I'm lagging. Hold up. Hold up 1 second, y'all. Let's see what's going on here. Am I lagging? Are we good? Hold on. Oh yeah, we good, man. I was like, what the hell's going on, bro? The internet slowed down. Hold on now, let me check something real quick. Hold up. Oh, I got you, Funny Land. It's all good, man. It's all good. Okay. All right, so we got Z from him. Appreciate that. We'll write the Z down. Let's see. Yep, we got Z right there. What other letters y'all got, man? America said his English level is advanced. That's what's up. He said, do you mean liquid drum and bass beat? I mean, I'm just kind of making with whatever flows, you know? Like I said, I play by ear and just go based off the vibe. Now, sometimes we might go ahead from like something that might be house music, hip hop, whatever, switch it up into dubstep or drum and bass. I've done that before within the same song. Like had like a hip hop beat go on and then like it switches to something else. You see my point? So it's whatever happens. Same thing, taking a jazz song, turn into a drum and bass song. So yeah, like all within the same shit. You know what I mean? You said AZ123. Oh well, no numbers for this. At least not yet. You see my point? We just need the letters. So we got Z, A, and W. Okay. That's the letters we got so far. I can work with that. I can find some drum packs based off that. So 3 came, popped in here. Let's see. Yep. There we go. Okay, that's cool, man. I just had like accents come in, you know what I mean? Hey, thank you, Fixer. Thank you, man. He said this shit is for real, bro. You're right about that, man. You're right about that. You're sure right about that. So let me see. Check something real quick. this is thinking man's music in a way. Yep, I got a lot of music like this. Funny said the sound is out from pad or sound box. No, from the actual plugin. You see my point? Like you can hit the pads. You know what I'm saying? You could hit this if you wanted to. But you can also do this. You know what I mean? You said, thank you, Fantastico. Said lovely, thank you. I actually got another track just like this. Hold on, let me bounce to it real quick. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like that, but it has the same, it's very atmospheric. You see my point? Very, very atmospheric. Funny said, I don't like to mix this ensemble type with this smooth piano because this ensemble I think is very aggressive. What you mean by that? In particular, like which instrument are you talking about? I'll let you guys check this out real quick. Got you a big speaker, that's what's up, man. Yo, does it sound alright? Sound good? I hope so, shit. You said that shit's guided me through the night. Yo, it's one of those tracks, man. Like I said, listen real quick, that last track I was making for y'all, the one I was doing from scratch, that could for sure have some drums. This one right here, I'm a little confused about. I feel like I might just leave it as a atmospheric type of vibe, you know what I mean? But then again, you never know. I be doing all type of shit with music. I might do something with this. But what's up, H1GRN1? What's up? Says Samurai Champloo. Dude, I love that anime from back in the day. That's a good one. Akai is a good ass, man. There's a whole bunch of them out there like that. Oh, it sounds like Samurai Shampoo interlude. Okay, I like that. That's a good interpretation, I guess. You know, I like that. Good interpretation. And this is something I just made randomly. You know what I mean? I just fucking threw this together. There we go, man. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. What y'all think of that, dog? Did y'all like that? Was that cool? Looks like some of y'all still stuck around. Okay, that's a good sign. Was y'all falling asleep to that? That shit was putting y'all to sleep, boy. That's like a nighttime lullaby. Hell yeah. I mean, listen, you can meditate with that, you can study with that, whatever you want to do. It's up to you, you know what I mean? However you guys interpret music. But hold on one second, I gotta plug this shit up. This motherfucker died. Come on. There we go. Got it plugged in. Let's see who we got in the chat after that. Funny Lander said best then most ASMR channels. For real. That's hella funny though. I've seen them kind of channels before, man. I don't know. I don't see the appeal. Like I get why some people like it, but for me, I see it. I'm like, nah, it don't do nothing for me. You know, ASMR channels stuff like that. But I guess they got a whole lot of different kinds, right? Who knows? What's up, Nikki Avila? What's up? You say I liked it. Appreciate that. That's what's up. You said H1 said definitely had a Fat John vibe to it. Man, you straight saying something like I can't even talk. Samurai Champloo. That's crazy. I'm actually blown away by that. You know, because they got some good music on there. Nujabes, Suchi, Fat John. Who else? Who else did music on Samurai Champloo soundtrack? Do y'all remember? Nikki said, what else are you working on? Man, a whole lot of different stuff. I'm going to tell y'all this. Out the year that I've had this MPC, I have over 954 tracks, okay? 954 different beats, songs, whatever y'all want to call it. It's a whole lot of shit. A whole lot of shit, okay? Fixer said, I was with thee all the way. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. That's what's up. Oh, yeah, man. By the way, y'all, double tap the screen for me. All right, I keep forgetting to remind y'all that. But, yeah, double tap the screen, if you know what I mean. All right? And, of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already, okay? And if you haven't already, man, I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all got to get that mug out the way. You see that? Y'all see where I'm pointing at? Hit that button right there, boy. Hit that button right there. Knock it out of there today. Get it out the way, okay? But, yeah, let's see. Let's see, man. What y'all talking about? Funny said, the only missed crystal effects, intercalating and raining sound. Oh, you talking about like in this song in particular when I was just playing? Well, let's do that. Sure, why not? Because, you know, I was sitting here stuck thinking like, what else could I put in here? And I'm sure as time goes on, you know, I can figure things out. But I just made this today. Like this particular track y'all just heard was made like just hours ago. You understand what I'm saying? I just make so much music. I go from one thing to the next. And some songs I have on MPC that are, you know, I guess close to being finished, but I can always go back and do some other shit with it. You see what I mean? But that's why I play it for you guys on live stream. That way you guys can enjoy it. You know, see the process, the ins and out of it. You know what I mean? Fixer said my only regret is that I have but one thumb to give. I know the like button, yeah. Too bad you guys can't like it unlimited times, right? That would be nice. That'd be super convenient. But anyway, okay, so you said Funnyland was talking about like crystal effects and raining sounds, fireplace sound, and water running. We might have some sound effects we could use. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's find something like that. I wouldn't even know where to look, to be honest. Because I don't use sound effects too often. Not really. But we can find some. Oh, not that. Fuck no. Not that bullshit. That sounded terrible. These are supposed to be sound effects? Let's just go through them. Hold on, we gotta find some type of way to... Can we slow this down, the LFO? Too bad I can't do it in reverse. That would be nice. That might be where you hit that shit sound the same. Well, definitely not that. Oh, you know what? I know where to look. Let's check it out here. What the hell? I can make a new song out of this. Straight up. Would y'all listen to that? I don't know why, but I get like old school vibes from this, like 80s. I wish the software I got it would soften up instead of just getting quiet. Like let all the parameters, all the what's it called? The tinny parts of it, right? If it kind of like settled down but still played the notes. But that's cool though. That's interesting. You said it was a fart sound? I didn't hear no fart sound. You talking about some of the instruments? Because none of them sound like fart sounds to me. Yeah, none of these sound like fart. Trying to find like kind of like the crystal effect he was talking about. Interesting. Where the fuck would I find that? Icicle. We could try this. I actually like that instrument a whole lot, man. I could do something with that. See, this is the this plugin right here in particular. You know, I haven't really explored a whole bunch, just because if you look at it, man, it's got a lot of fucking sound design, like a lot. You see my point? A lot of these other VSTs on here, you know, you got what hype, you got tube synth, you got all these different kinds, the piano even, you know, a bunch of different VSTs and shit, right? The ones at least that I got right here, you can get more than this, but most of these are pretty straightforward. You see my point? The OPX4 is kind of an anomaly. Okay, this is definitely a different kind of VST here because aside from all the different presets they have, when you go in to try to fuck with them, you know, change all the different stuff, the decay, the attack, the sustain, everything. You got pages upon pages of sound design shit. Look at that. So this you know, what it sounds like now, like that, I'm sure I could do all type of shit with that. Let's see. And this is just some basic stuff right here that I'm messing with. That's not even everything. Sound, almost like rain. That's crazy. That almost sounds like rain. Straight up. Let's see. Yep, Fixer said that's the Vex Matrix. Funny lady said I like most ethereal instruments with more reverbs and low steps. I'm a bit hippie. Hey, it's all good, man. I'm like that with music. Really, you know. I'm gonna just say this. I like every kind of music just because I'm fascinated by it. But I love ambient shit. I love the whole, like, kind of like what we're making now. You know what I mean? I'm into that. I'm into all that shit. He said, amazing, bro. I'm tripping. Hey, you and me both, man. Now, this is some music you could trip to. You know what I mean? You could sit and listen to some shit like this and just mess with it. You know? And have it play like that, you know what I mean? Have it just have all these different like effects coming in and out. Yeah, that can be a whole trip within the music and maybe by doing other stuff. You know what I mean? Some people prefer the natural high, but people do what they do, I guess. You said this VST you downloaded inside PAN system or you get from the USB? No, so I bought this from the website that makes the machine. You see my point? This is an Akai NPC Key 37 in particular. And so the one thing that I really don't like about this machine is the fact that if you want any plugins, at least from what I understand, right? Drum packs and expansions and all that shit you can get anywhere. But as far as VSTs, they have to be compatible with the machine itself. You see my point? So primarily, you have to get them from Akai's website. Now, if it's possible to get VSTs or plugins from other places that I don't know about, then that'd be great, right? But like I just said, I have no knowledge of there being a website you can go to just download a MPC plugin that'll work on this MPC right here. You see my point? So for now, you know, everything that you want to use, you got to get from Akai's actual website. That's the one downside to it. Because at least with a computer, you can, you know, download plugins anywhere. You can run the risk of getting a virus too, but you just got to be smart. Know which websites to look for shit. Look at the reviews and all that type of stuff, right? Find your ways, I guess, around music forums, you know, if you're trying to find reliable websites that offer free plugins and shit like that. But yeah, with a computer, you can get damn near anything. You know, you can get any kind of stuff to make music with. You know, so it's a little bit different than the MPC itself. Does that work? Does that work right there? Have that rain in the background. Does that work now? Did we figure it out? I think we fucking figured it out. I think we just figured that shit out. That's amazing. Thank you, fantastic help. Thank you, bro. It's that third tone. You know? I just keep it real, man. I just keep it real, you know. So let's put this in action. Let's put this in real quick. Just dial in. Let it just play. Alright. It'll play just like that the whole track. Record that mug all the way in and we got it. We got it. We got it. Right there. Perfect. Perfect. Hell yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Now we can just modify that. Florian Lander said, I'm poor. I already downloaded a lot of VSTs from suspicious sites for free to use in Reaper. Yeah, like I said, you gotta be careful which websites you get that stuff from, man. Always look at music forums, like read what people are saying. You see my point? Or you know what? Another good alternative is come to YouTube, alright? Find a video where somebody's talking about free plugins, free VSTs and shit like that. And just, you know, read the comments there. See what the person's actually talking about. Because usually if someone's showing their face, then they're kind of tending to put their reputation to the test. You see my point? Like, how fucked up would it be for someone on YouTube being like, yo, get these VSTs from this website, and you go there and your computer gets messed up. You see my point? Because then, really, in a way, they're not gonna compensate you for it, but it kind of falls back on them if enough people run into issues like that. You see my point? So, what's up, Golden Lizard? What up? What up? Oh, thank you, Fantastico. Thank you, man. You said musicians top 100. Thank you, bro. I'm honored, man. Y'all keep me humble, dog. Straight up. Like no matter how many times I hear y'all say you like my music and all that shit, I still understand that not everyone will. So when I hear that coming from y'all, man, I appreciate it. All right, so let me see. What was the other effects that he was talking about? Let's see. Let's see. Please subscribe, guys. Exactly. Thank you. I missed that chat. My bad. Okay, so what else were you saying to put on here? We got, okay, so we got the rain sound, crystal effects. We gotta look for that. All right. What kind of crystal effects can we use though? See, I think the OPX4 is pretty good for that. You see my point? I think this is a good ass plugin to use for that. So we need like crystal sounds. Hold on. That's some clapping, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Oh, that's playing notes. Let me see. Okay, we can throw it in there too. Why not? Yeah, let's throw that shit in there. Kind of like have it pulsate it out a little bit, you know? Yeah, okay, that's tight, that's tight. I like that. I'm gonna put some effects on it, kind of like make it, you know, spatial. Alright, so let's do this. Start it off the bat. Not bad, man, not bad. That's some good ideas, man. Straight up, dog. That's some good ideas. Funny lander, dog. I'm gonna call you FL. Or we could just call you Lander. I think that works too, you know what I mean? Yep, crystal effects. We still haven't got really the crystal effects. We got like wind blowing, we got some rain in the background, you know. But let's see, you said this pad program harmony scales too? Like some smooth jazz with this rain would be insane. Oh yeah, we can do a bunch of different stuff. A whole bunch of different stuff, man. A whole bunch. Let me add a few more effects. Let me add a few more effects here. Because I definitely can tell this is going to be a very atmospheric type beat. Alright, it's going to be more of that kind of setup here. Interesting. You said last time you used Gemini for translate? That's kind of interesting to me too that they called it Gemini Google. I mean, I'm a Gemini. My birthday just passed, about a week ago. But I think that's fascinating. I wonder what their concept was for that. Make a whole fucking beat out of that. Dude, I done found like 3 more songs we can make just from messing around and trying to find sound effects. You know what I mean? That one movie was like do with the notes and shit. Then there was a whole another one with like the pad kind of sound, the one we turned into the rain sound. And then there was and this right here. Make a whole fucking beat out of that. You said take me to your dealer. He said, Gemini preset here too. We artistic in many ways, no doubt. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so you said Gemini present. My bad, fuck. I don't know, it's getting late for me, man. It's kind of hard to read. My eyes are like, what the hell? But no, I got you, yep. So you're a Gemini too? Shout out to you. Yep, artistic in many ways. I got actually a couple friends in my life that are actual Geminis. You know what I'm saying? I actually have actual Gemini friends, and they and they're all very unique. I'll say that. Okay, we'll come back to that. And the good thing is it's filmed. You know what I mean? The good thing is it's on stream, so I can always go back and check it out. Boy, that one sounds crazy, bro. The fucking floor shook. Yeah, like it's got like a real subtle kind of sub bass sound behind that shit. That's a crazy ass sound right there. I've never heard that. Oh shit, listen to that, bro. What the hell? That's like some anime shit. Wow, okay. Yeah, I've never heard that. That's interesting. H1 said they a tough bunch. Good on the good days, bad. Yeah, well, that's what they say. I've heard people say that type of shit. You know, like I'm like, yeah, I'm a Gemini, and they're like, oh no. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what you mean? Oh no. Listen, all people have a good and bad side. You see my point? I guess just you know, Gemini. A lot of people think we two faced on that bullshit. The way I look at it is this: as long as you don't piss us off, right? You don't like as long as a person's not blatantly stupid as fuck. You see my point? Then that's not then it's not an issue. Most people don't really uh, bump heads with me. You know, I usually don't have issues with many people in life just because I'm very understanding. I'm laid back to an extent. You know, I'm serious when I need to be, but at the same time, I'm not like overly serious to the point where I fucking get stressed out by every little thing. But there's some dumbass people walking around that will push your buttons. You know, especially just talking to people that are dumb in general. I just can't fuck with it. If you're ignorant, if you're silly, right? You ain't got no type of sense, or you act like you don't. Yeah, yeah. I don't fuck with people like that, not for real. But I see what you're talking about, H1. That's what they say, isn't it? That's what they say. I'm trying to find these crystal sounds. One thing I will say about Geminis though is we can surely talk, okay? I don't know what that was right here. But yeah, we can surely talk. Okay? We can talk all damn day. We got a whole lot to say. Let's see. Fucking Lamb's an alien singing. It could be like that, right? That's what it sounds like, don't it? Alien singing. That's funny. You said, do I know the Indian scale? I never heard of that. He said, oh, he said absolutely loquacious as fuck. Yeah, talking a lot, man. Talking a lot. You know, we can sure the fuck talk a whole lot. Okay, I might be able to use something like this. This is kind of, you know, the vibe I guess I'm going for, right? When Funny Lander in the chat said like crystal type sounds, you know, the rain, all that type of shit, then that might work. That might work. Let's see. Oh man, my bad, ahead of y'all. It's fucking late as shit right now. H1 said, what machine are you using? This is the MPC Key 37. MPC Key 37, okay? Fantastico said, peace pipe. Yeah, oh, I understand that. They got a lot of legal peace pipe nowadays in America, you know? What the hell is this shit? Get this shit off of my... Okay. Oh, I lost it. Well, no, I didn't. There we go. Let me see what this is, though. What sounds better to y'all, man? We got two of them. I just discovered this one right here. So which one y'all like better? As far as sound goes, not the notes. Don't worry about the notes. Don't pay no attention to the notes that I'm playing. Focus on the sound, okay? What sounds better between those two? So we'll say that's 2, the other one is 1, alright? Cause I see H1 in the chat saying 2 is majestic. Man, I'm telling y'all, it's getting late for me at night, man. It's hard for me to even talk right, shit. Your man's getting sleepy, dog. But anyway, let's see. Funny said, your machine is, what did I say? Oh, that pulls back up. Is a frying pan with Windows XP. Hell no. Let's see, Fantastico. Not sure what language is that, man. Full of virality? Is that what you're trying to say? Fantastico said he said that not too bad sources. Come on. Fantastico, you gotta go back to the like Google Translate. You know what I mean? Just type everything through Google Translate, copy it, and bring it over. All right. I think that might also help with like practice with English, because you'll be able to see the words with it. You see my point? That might help. That might help. Might help. So let's see. Yeah, which one y'all like better though? No, that's not. I thought it was gonna be something else because it said chime on it. Receiving. I like that. See, I'm not even a piano player, you know what I mean? Like, I played violin growing up as a kid, so I guess it helps with the foundation of it, but I really don't know how to play piano. You see what I mean? Like, literally, since I bought this machine, I just kind of like learned, I guess, through practice, you know, just from making music and just fucking with the keyboard, you know, but I'm getting a little bit better at it day by day, man. I'm not a professional piano player, nothing like that, but I'm not like beginner status, I guess, anymore, right? Isn't this a little bit better than beginner? Is that all right? Dude, that's like the 4th song now, man. Okay, we done found like 4 damn different concepts for a song. And this is why I like making music from scratch, because samples, you can do a whole lot with them, right? Don't get me wrong, you can do a whole lot with samples, a whole lot of shit you can do with samples. But I'm not the kind of musician, or, you know, music maker, I should say, that uses samples all that often, right? I kind of wish I did, so I can have more practice with it. I think, you know, during the month of May was probably the most I've sampled with this machine since I bought it. So last month, man, we did a whole lot of shit with it, you know what I mean? Made a whole bunch of different tracks. You know, matter of fact, let me save this in real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. Y'all wanna see something? An example of how I sample music? Now that I'm thinking about it. Today's just that kind of stream, I guess. You know, we just kind of mess around here. Let me show y'all something. This was earlier on in the month of May of, you know, kind of like, this wasn't my first attempt at making music with a sample. I've made music with samples before, but I don't do it often like I just said, you know what I mean? Let's search this mug up. We're gonna search it up because I have, like I said, over 900 damn tracks on here. There we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Yeah, y'all want to see that, man? H1 said, "Sick man, the keys are awesome. Thank you. I definitely like them." He said, "If your soul," Fantastico said, "if your soul loves the song Money That On, GJ learned something." I don't know what you saying, Fantastico. You gotta get your grammar together, bro. Straight up. Funny Lander said, "Yes, this Timber, this VSTI is the best." It's pretty good. That last one with the keys. All right, look. Just so we see who's present, man. Put the number 8 in the chat if y'all want to hear this track. All right, this is a track that I made by sampling. You know, I use actual plugins here as well. I've used drums and plugins and whatnot. So you guys will see all that. You know, shit like that. I got an effect on there and all that. But yeah, put the number 8 in the chat. See, H1 knows the whole plan. See what I mean? H1 is paying attention right there. Put the number 8 in the chat, y'all. So I can play this track for y'all, alright? I'll give y'all a minute. Oh, and shit. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Hit the like button, sub to the channel right there. Hit them buttons, alright? Appreciate y'all. Alright, y'all. Y'all want to hear that track, man? H1 said, "I think you should play it." I got y'all. I got y'all. Alright, y'all. Y'all want to hear this mug? H1 said, "I think you should play it." Oh, turn that down. Y'all want to hear that shit, though? Y'all want to hear that track? What happened here? Look at this. God dang, bro. We had 200 people come by the show. Listen, let's get these likes up to about 20, okay? We need to get to about 20 likes. I'll still play it. I'll play it for y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to play the sample-based track for y'all, all right? But, yeah, we need to get to about 20 likes, dog. We've had, like, what'd you say? Almost 220 people come by this show today. All right, and this is officially the first show of the day because it's a new day. Technically, if you think about it. I don't know what time it is wherever y'all may be, but for me, it's about 3 in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, this is shit. It's about 3 in the morning. All right, y'all ready to hear this, dog? Who we still got in the house? Who's still in the chat, sitting way in the back, not typing nothing? Who we got up in the chat, dog? Let's see. Appreciate that like on the video. We went from 16 to 17. Appreciate that. Get to 20, man. Y'all ready to hear this track? We are awfully quiet. Look at that. What, y'all done fell asleep? Y'all came into the stream as usual and fell asleep, huh? Some of y'all be doing that shit. Some of y'all straight be doing that. I bet. I bet some of y'all really be doing that, dog. But anyway, fast forward the stream, man. Hit the live button. That way you're current. And you can see what we're doing now, all right? But anyway, let's check this out. Hit that like button, y'all. Double tap the screen for me, all right? Now, none of this is samples yet. You guys will hear the samples when they come in, all right? go. There we go. What y'all think of that though, man? Did y'all dig it? Did y'all dig it? H1 say you can make a lot of genres of music with that piece. Very dope. Oh yeah, man. You can make anything you want to make with the machine right here. And listen, I don't work for Akai. I'm not sponsored by them, even though I wish I was. I really wish I was. But you know, just from person to person, right? If you like to make music or you're interested in something like this, I definitely say this machine is pretty legit. You know what I mean? There's other NPCs out there that some people prefer, you know, but they definitely have a whole wide ass variety of them. Like, there's an NPC for everybody, in my opinion. You know what I mean? They have one that I really wish they kind of paired the same idea, called the NPC Live 2, where they have a speaker attached to it and a battery built into it. I really wish this had a built-in battery and a speaker, but you know, it's all good. It does what it does, man, and it does good enough, I think. You know, at least for me, and what I'm doing. For now, Funnylander said, "Do you know Bandcamp site?" Yeah, I'm aware of that. I ain't got nothing on there, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. H1 said liquid D&B flavor. Okay, like some drum and bass, liquid drum and bass. Maybe if it was a little bit faster, I don't know. Maybe. But I see what you're saying. You said sick, Brody. Thank you, bro. Wiggle said play Fortnite song. Well, I don't know no Fortnite music, man. But I charge for the song requests. You know what I mean? You can't come up in somebody's house and be like, "Yo, play this, do this." You know, it's like making, "Hey, make me some food." It's like, "Well, bro, what you talking about?" You gonna come to somebody's house and be like, "Yo, make me some food real quick." You're like, okay. Where the money at, dog? Straight up. Anyway, let's see. Let's jump around here. What else y'all want to hear, man? What else y'all want to listen to? H1 said once had the 00XL, but the newer ones seemed dope too. Oh, okay, I got you. You have the 00XL. Yeah, see, I'm new to NPC, man. I know about a few of them, but not too many. Like, some of the modern ones are cool. But NPC, what, 2000? Yeah, that's a good one. Straight up. That's a good one. I think Kanye made some shit on there too. Let's see, Funny Land says psychedelic Mandalad trip track. Okay. Wiggles, you love Fortnite? I got you. I understand. I understand. But yeah, what kind of genres of music y'all into, man? Let me drop that in the chat for y'all. Hey, look, double tap the screen for me, sub to the channel, all right? I appreciate y'all being here. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, got your recommendations in the chat here. H1 said Dilla, Pete Rock, Premier, Man Lib. All of them are good, man. Straight up. Especially like one of my favorite projects that Madlib did was with MF Doom. You know what I'm saying? That Mad Villainy album, that shit was dope. Mad Villainy, man. I was in high school when that mug came out. I think it was right around my senior year of high school. You know? Good times, man, good times. But yeah, J Dilla's good, Pete Rock, yeah. DJ Premier. I'm familiar with those. I used to watch a lot of Adult Swim back in the day, and some of the stuff would kind of make their way around there in those kind of parts. And well, you know, Flying Lotus, people like that. Flying Lotus got some really interesting damn music. Straight up. Actually, I got a song. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a Flying Lotus song, but I have something similar to that in a way, kind of. I got two songs in particular that I made that kind of gave me personally Flying Lotus vibes. All right, I'll let y'all check out one of them right quick. Funny Lander said, now this is more cyberpunk trip. Talking about that last song. Yeah, somebody else said that too. I see what you mean. H1 said, was a huge underground hip hop head, got older now. I listen to blues, classical punk rock, heavy / stoner metal, psych rock, funk, oldies, the list goes on and on. What about you? What about me? Man, boy, I listen to everything. I just, we'll keep it simple, man. I listen to everything, all type of shit, you know what I mean? All type of stuff. Like, you know, from old school music, from even way back in the day, like decades, or even sometimes like the classical music, that's from way back in the day. A lot of that good classical music from back, a couple hundred years ago. And a lot of the more modern music, obviously. 80s music, 90s music, hip hop in the 90s and 2000s. Some of the, we can get onto a topic with this in the conversation as well. Some of the shit that I've been hearing nowadays when it comes to hip hop and rap and all that shit, a lot of that stuff is whack, dog. Straight up. A lot of that music is just whack as fuck. And I don't get it. I don't get why all this dumb bullshit's being played so much on the radio and being promoted the way it is. But at the same time, I kind of see there's an agenda at hand. You see my point? And not just with music, but with movies and TV shows and even into the politics and all type of shit, you know what I mean? So I get it in a way, but it's sad to see. It's definitely sad to see. He said, oh, and how could I forget about the love of my life, jazz? Yeah, dude, jazz is some shit right there. When I was a kid, my dad, you know, I'm mixed, all right? Some of y'all can probably tell I'm real light-skinned, but no, my dad, he was an old school black dude, and he would fucking listen to jazz every morning. Every morning, man. He would take me to school some days and just the whole ride there, I'd be listening to smooth jazz on the radio. Straight up, like every day, man. Good times with that as well, you know? Let's see here. Funny Lander said, I'm hearing most actually progressive psytrance, electro music like Daft Punk. Okay, Daft Punk's good. Deadmau5, yep. M83, okay, I haven't heard nobody mention them. M83 got good music. Yep, Chillwave. Like New Ages, yeah, I know about them. New Ages. Yep, Darpan, Y, Bacta. Those sound familiar. Those last ones you mentioned sound familiar. You said Vex Short is very good too. Listen, Aura 3D from Escape 2 album, and you understand me. Okay. Well, let me screenshot that because I never heard of Aurora 3D. Although maybe within that vaporwave space, it might have come around. I don't know. What's up, Josh? You said you like Griselda. They bring the classic East Coast hip hop sound back. That name sounds familiar too. Is that like who is that? Is that like a female artist? What's up, Avery? She said I'm watching volleyball videos. It's all good. Sound like Blink 182 and MCR. Well, I know about Blink 182, but MCR I never heard of. At least I can't think of them on top of my head. But yeah, y'all, there goes one of my members, man. Definitely become a member of the channel. If y'all are able to, that's amazing. If not, I get it too, man. It's all good. But there's a link for that in the chat if y'all want to do that. We take all the music production streams that we do. All right, I'll leave them up for maybe a day or two for you, and then eventually they go over to members only. Okay, I have over, I'd say now possibly about 80 videos of different tracks, different beats being made from scratch, just like that. All right, so if y'all want to, man, become a member of the channel today. Link is in the chat right there. Okay. Avery said My Chemical Romance. Yep, that was an old school band from back when I was coming up. She said it was popular in your time. Damn, I didn't even say that yet. I mean, you're right. You're right about that. Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact right there. All right, let me see. Is this the one I'm thinking about? Let's see. Okay, it's kind of a little preview of something. I made that mug like last September, but I feel like that was like the other version. Cause for whatever reason, man, the notes didn't seem like it was matching to me at some point. So yeah, let's bring that back in on the flip side. I believe this is the version I'm thinking about. Let's see, Avery's talking about, okay, hold on. Josh said it's a hip hop collective, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher. I've heard of them. Said Conway, Conductor Williams, Rome Streets, a whole bunch of artists. Okay. Yeah, some of those I've heard of before, but are you saying that Griselda is like all them people in a group, basically? Every time I'm asking ChatGPT to help me study, that's smart. He says working well. I say, yeah, I mean, ChatGPT is a great tool if you know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of people are afraid of AI, and I get it. A lot of people are worried about what that's going to look like down the road. And we really don't know. Like, nobody really even knows. Even the people that are making the AI shit, right? Whatever it is, there's all different forms of it at this point. But the people even that are making this stuff don't have a full understanding of what it could turn into, because none of us really can predict the future. But I will say that AI will, for certain, have a major role to play in the future. Okay? That's something everybody has to really understand and wrap their mind around, because this shit's not going away. AI is not going away anytime soon. And I don't know what it will take. I really hope nothing bad happens from it, but I feel like it's going to be around indefinitely. You understand what I'm saying? So, just my advice to everybody out there: don't be afraid of AI. Just be able to change and adapt along with the times that's coming. All right, learn how to use this shit. Learn how to use the tools and see what you can make happen with it. But definitely don't be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no point. There's no point in being afraid of AI. It's here, straight up. But let's see. Avery said, "Yo, on the game stream, I'm gonna tell you about the sleep paralysis experience I went through Saturday, Sunday." He said it was scary, like freaky shit. I got you. Okay. I'll remind you about it. H1 said definitely has flannel vibes to it. Well, thank you. I kind of thought so a little bit. Avery said I made volleyball workouts and shit. Demons are real, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, demons are real. Demons are in all type of shit. You know. That's why you got to be aware of what you let be your influence. All right. And that goes out to everybody in the chat, even one sitting way in the damn back of the chat not typing nothing. This goes out to all y'all. Okay, be very aware of what you surround yourself with, the people who you're around, the shit you expose yourself to, because that is real. That's some real shit right there. What's up, OC? What's expensive, man? What you talking about? Funny man just said lo-fi hip-hop. What about it? Y'all just saying some random stuff in the chat now. I think, Funny Lander, bro, I think you're delayed in the stream. Like, right now, it's almost half hour. It's 26 past the hour, okay? 3:26 for me, right? 3:26 a.m. for me right now. So, whatever time it is, if you are not hearing this at 26 past the hour, wherever you are, then you might be a little delayed in the stream. You might have to hit that live button to catch up, all right? But anyway, let's see. I think this is the version I was looking for. What's up, baby? What up, what up? Switch it up, man. Switch it up. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. That was a fun one. I have not played that track in a long time, dog. It's been a good minute. Let's see. We got Emmy in the chat. Funnylander said, Dexa. Oh, like Emmy. You said, who are her 2814 band? Very immersive vibrations. Let me screenshot that. Oh, shit, I almost dropped my phone. Let me screenshot that real quick. I'll check them out. Give them a listen. Dana Lewis, what up, what up? Said BC. Is that where you say you're from, British Columbia? Is that what that is? Let me plug my phone up over here real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hit that like button, y'all. Double tap the screen if you know what I mean. Double tap that screen if you know what I mean. Hit that button. Hit that button, y'all. All right, double tap screen and hit that button right there, okay? If you see that mug sitting right there, knock it out your way and subscribe today, okay? But I appreciate y'all being here. Listen, what else y'all will listen to? Some people talking about jazz and boom bap, Jay Dilla, you know, shit like that. Let's see. Let's play a little bit of this right quick. Load this mug up. And let's see what it's gonna be. Okay? But yeah, how y'all doing today, man? Some of y'all sitting way in the back of the chat not typing nothing. How y'all doing today? Y'all doing okay? Sitting way in the back. Look at y'all. I'm looking right at y'all. I'm looking right at y'all. Anyway, Funnylander said very nice. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, dog. Let's see something real quick. Oh, they load this shit. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can't forget to do that. Put that in the chat. All right. But yeah, man, if you guys are here during the stream, you're very, very lucky. You know what I mean? You guys are lucky to be here during the stream only because when streams like this wrap up, they go to members only. Okay, after a period of time, I might leave it up for a little bit, you know, but that shit going to members only. All right. Let's see, what is this one? This one I made the other day. Okay, this one has like a jazz feel to it. All right, I'll let y'all check it out. Be patient, Avery. Be patient. Be patient. I got you. I'll read it in a minute. Damn right, man. Damn right. Okay, what y'all think about that, man? Did y'all dig it? Was it cool? Like the video, man. Let's get the likes up in this mug. Come on. Thumbs at that screen for me. Let's see here in the chat. Okay. Avery said not a patient person. I see you though. You said you was sleeping midway through a dream. You asked, do you like God? I go into sleep paralysis and something in a deep voice starts dissing God, and I was scared. I was praying, man. That's why I tell y'all straight up and pray. You know, just pray, okay? Like some of you guys might not believe in God, and that's okay, at least for now, I guess. But you should try to find out, like, yo, what is all this stuff that's going on in the world, right? There's a lot of mysterious things happening. There's definitely a mystical side to life, and there is good and bad, good and evil, you know, so to speak. All right, that's a real phenomenon. That's some real shit. Funny Lady said, dream process is the best way for you can make astral travel. Study it in YouTube. Have a lot of techniques. Don't worry. I mean, sleep paralysis, in my opinion, is way different than astral projection. I know exactly what you're talking about, and yeah, astral projection is different than sleep paralysis in the sense that, yeah, when you're astral project, that's a hard word to say, especially this time of night for me, man. I'm fucking tired. But look, when you AP, right, to keep it to keep it simple, right? When you project out of your body, right? Yeah, you can't move, but sleep paralysis can be like a more of a demonic thing. You see my point? Like I've experienced it myself before, and it's definitely a strange phenomenon. You know, it's definitely a very strange phenomenon, and not a good way. Not in a good way. It's not a good time. Not a good experience. Thankfully, I haven't had that happen that much, but yeah. Life after death says interesting. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. OW, what's up, bro? Welcome back, man. These are nice bills and fades on this one. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, just making some stuff, man. All day today. Music all day. Let's see, though. Y'all want to hear one more before we get up out of here? Y'all want to hear another one? Another track after that? Y'all want to hear something else? This one, I guess, is like a little jazzy, right? It has a little bit of a jazzy vibe to it. Electronic jazz, I guess. You know? Yeah. What y'all think? Yeah, Avery, what you think about that last track, man? Did you dig that? Even though she's a member of the channel, she's not a big fan of all my music, you know? And that's okay because that's how I be. That's how I be with music. Not everybody's gonna like everything, you know? OW got the thumbs up, appreciate that. But yeah, y'all wanna hear another track, man? Who else we got up in the chat? Sitting way in the back, not typing nothing. Who else we got in the chat, dog? Oh, Avery don't like it? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. She said, I'm gonna be real. No. Well, look, like I said, it ain't your kind of music. You know what I mean? He said, what's up, Daniel? What up, bro? He said, but I like you streaming. Okay, well, I appreciate that. So another one. Okay. All right, I got y'all, man. Put the number 8 in the chat if y'all want to hear one more track. Because this is getting late for me, man. I might have to go to bed very soon. Shit. I'm getting tired. It's about that time of night for me. I really should have been in bed already. But, you know, I was having so much fun with the music and with the stream with y'all. I was like, you know what? Let's keep it going. But I'm getting to that point now where I'm about to be too tired to keep on playing music for y'all. What's up, Beagley Kingston? Appreciate that. Okay, I see the 8s in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. That's what's up. All right. Now, this is a recent track. All these tracks y'all hearing are unfinished projects, okay? These are all a work in progress. But anyway, let's get it. See what I'm saying? I ain't even do nothing with this. No, I'm kidding. Fuck it. Let's go. Let me quit playing. It's too late for that. Man, that shit can go on forever, man. It still got the sound in the background. Anyway, that's what's up, dog. I like that track. That's a cool little track I made recently. You know, I'd say it's pretty much finished. You know, I just got to mix and master it, but yeah. But all right, Avery, have a good night. Yeah, get that rest, man. That's why I tell y'all, shit. If you ain't been to bed yet, then take your ass to bed, okay? That goes out to everybody, man. Get your rest is very, very important. You know, but we got Frankie Perez in the chat. Frank Perez, hello from Texas. Shout out to Texas. That's what's up. OW said, nice, thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, y'all, look, double tap the screen for me, all right? Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, okay? That's how y'all, I need y'all to do it today, okay? Let's see. Okay, Avery's watching old cartoons. Okay, I thought you was taking yourself to bed, man. Anyway, let me see. Just for the hell of it, I'll play something more atmospheric like I was playing earlier. Something kind of like that, I guess. Excuse me, let's find the right track though. It's either going to be this one or it's going to be... Hold on, let's pause for the calls, man, while I check this out. Look, let's get the likes up to 23. Okay? Maybe 24. One more. That's not bad, I think. But yeah, let's get the likes as high as we can get them, y'all. We've had about 300-some people come through the show. Yep, 353 people came by this show, okay? And we got to maintain above 10% engagement on the likes, all right? So if y'all want to keep seeing streams like this, man, let's get it to actually about 30, looks like 35 likes, man. So each one of y'all, as soon as you come up in the stream, man, double tap that screen real quick. Boom, hit it. Hit it and get it done, all right? We're going to pause for the calls, man. I appreciate y'all. Okay, let's see. I'll play a little bit of this and I'll show you guys the other version that I also did with this, okay? Let y'all check it out right quick. OW said, what does 10% engagement do? It helps the channel get around the algorithm. You know what I mean? Keeps it in good stand on YouTube. So, yeah, as long as the engagement is above 10%, really 50% is the goal, to be honest with you. But it's difficult to do because, you know, people have really fucking short attention spans nowadays. So unless I'm sitting here fucking doing backflips or, you know, throwing up gang signs with my hand or some shit, I don't know what the fuck people be get their minds stuck on nowadays. But you know, a lot of folks got short ass attention spans. You see my point? So on a stream like this, it's difficult for people to just sit back, relax, and appreciate the music for what it is. And then also at the same time too, some people just don't like whatever kind of music I might play, and that's okay, as I always say. But yeah, above 10% engagement at least is realistic over here on this channel. You know, if we got to 50%, that'd be great. Some streams we have, but it all just depends on who's coming through the show. You know. But yeah, pause for the calls, like Avery said. Yep. What's up, stoned bass player? What's up? I feel like I've seen you here before. I feel like I have. But anyway, what's up to you? Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, man. I'm gonna play a little bit of this, let y'all check it out, and I'll show another version of it, alright? But this might put y'all to sleep. This track right here might put y'all to sleep. Y'all might become too damn relaxed, you know? OW said no one realized the magic you're making. Yeah, I mean, like I said, some people just don't like the music, you know, and I get it. I get it. Not everybody's gonna like everything, like I always say, but for those of you who do, man, I really appreciate you, most definitely. I love the fact that you love the music that I make. Okay, any of y'all in the chat that enjoy the music I make, I really appreciate that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, the people that are in and out, yeah, people just come and go all day, you know. But anyway, let's continue with the show. Here goes another track. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. So there you go with that one. That's a little, simple tune that I put together. What was that, 2 days ago? About 2 days ago, yep. Actually, no, it was May 31st. Yeah, so the last day of May, man. What was it, like 4 days ago now, technically? Stone Bass Player got the emojis in the chat, man. Appreciate that. The fire emojis, the hearts. Appreciate that. Straight up. That's awesome. OW said, like the stream. Yes, sir, most definitely. Let's hit 25 likes. Where we at right now, anyway? Shit, we had 22 likes. Okay. I mean, listen, we want it to be 35 and up, really, at this point. But still, nonetheless, I appreciate all 22 of y'all. Some of y'all came and some of y'all went. Some of y'all been here and left and all that type of shit. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. All right, so here's like version 2 or whatever you want to call it. I got multiple different versions of the same song, so let's just say this is the second version that you guys are hearing today, okay? Same as that tune, just kind of, changed a little bit. What's up, Sigma? Yeah, I'll say he's got some good music straight up. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, House City. I used to listen to House City a lot back around 2009, 2010. Yep, I got all type of different musical influences, man. Well, let's see. OW said, "What's the inspiration slash mood behind this piece? If you want to share." Yeah, I don't mind. And listen, if you guys got any questions, man, feel free to ask. Okay, I'm not a shy person. I'm not fucking sit up here like, oh, I don't want whatever. However, some people are, man. I'm really not typically like that. I guess some things I might not talk about on stream, but most things, yeah, like fucking. But anyway, this question right here is a great general question, in my opinion. So I don't mind sharing. But basically, I was listening to a tune, and I'm like, that sounds really nice, but they had synthesizers in it. And I was like, I like how this sounds. Maybe I could do something with that. So I took the concept, which was basically this. Hold on. But yeah, just this. So that's all it was. You know what I mean? Essentially, like this little extra piece right here I added in. But I think they were using like, I forgot what kind of instrument they were using. I can't even really tell, but it's a real hazy type of synth. You know what I mean? Kind of real fuzzy, and it didn't have like distinguishable notes, but it had like a flow in the sound. And you guys know, the ones of you who come by the show often, I play by ear, so I heard that and I was like, that sounds like a tune, separate from just like notes kind of compiled together. Like that, the song I heard was more of a flow to it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, okay, I like how that sounds. So I took the idea that and basically put in the notes myself, but place them where I wanted to, and had them kind of do certain cadences and whatnot. And basically came together to sound like this. And then past these two patterns right here, everything is improvised. You see my point? Like all this based off this sound right here. Because I got another version of the same song with using the same like idea, I guess, the same idea. And let me see, where's it at? This might be it. But yeah, I just took the same concept, This one's super basic though. Let's see. Is this the one? This can't be it. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta find this shit. We gonna find it, dog. We gonna find it. I think it actually is this, but it's not the right version. Yeah, this ain't the right version. Let me find it for y'all real quick. This might be it. We'll see, man. We're gonna see. But yeah, in the meantime, man, hit that like button for me, alright? Like the video, sub to the channel. Okay? Here today, y'all. Here today. Yesterday was good too, but today's even better, right? No time like the present, as they say. This looks like this might be it. I mean, kind of, sort of. Not really, but you know. We'll play this for a little bit. See, I make so much music, I can't remember what's named what. Some songs I recognize, but not all of them. Especially if I'm just throwing together a tune and I just save it and move on. Yeah. A lot of these I don't even remember. And I don't always make piano tracks, but I feel like it's good practice, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you make music from scratch. I'm sure I could do something with it as far as drums go and all that type of shit. Maybe I could like take the different patterns that I put together and put them in, compress them into just a audio file and then sample that. You see what I mean? I could do that. I could certainly do that. It is a lot of extra work, at least in my opinion. You know, it could be simple, but just the idea of what I would use it for, I'm not sure yet. So for now, I'm just leaving it as a rough draft project. Maybe I'll come back to it another day. But OW, since you're here, man, I'm gonna play for you something that I worked on earlier that has a very similar vibe to this right here. Okay, I'm getting sleepy, man, so my brain ain't working as fast as it was earlier. But anyway, I'll let you check it out. OW, appreciate you being here, man. Good to see you. Let's see. You said feel like it could be a few different directions. Yeah, yep. Yeah, it definitely could. It definitely could. What's up, Laretha Brown? Hello. Did I say your name right? Laretha? Alright, let's check it out, Joe. Now, if you guys are here at the beginning of the stream, y'all heard this earlier, but if not, this is in case you missed it, okay? Double tap that screen for me, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, alright? I appreciate it. Okay, we back, man. We back. Y'all know what was going on with that, man. The internet was cutting out like crazy. But we got it back. We got it back. We got it back. Anyway, okay, dog. Okay, that's it. That's it for me, man. That's it. Let's see. I appreciate y'all being here, man. Hit that like button for me. All right, on the way out. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what I mean? But I'll be back later today or, at some point in the evening maybe. I don't know. I gotta get some rest, man. I gotta get to sleep. Gotta head to bed and yeah, but sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what was going on with the internet. That shit was cutting out. But we got it back though. We figured it out. You know what I mean? I wanted to properly wrap up the show. I didn't want to just let it abruptly end like that. That would have been crazy. But yeah, whether I see y'all back here later or not, appreciate that, OW. I see you in the chat, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the music, you know. And like I said, if you did, definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel, all right? We're trying to get to 825 subs. And something else I forgot to mention, too. Is if, here's what y'all need to do, man. That's what y'all need to do. Become a member of the stream, you know what I mean? Streams like this go over members only at some point when we do music production, all right? But we have hella beats over there that I made from scratch, like about 80 plus different tracks, okay? So check them out. There's a bunch of videos to sit back and relax and enjoy, or even learn from, okay? Y'all might even be able to learn how to make some of this stuff. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming through, most definitely do. Like the video on the way out for me, because it's time to go. It is time to end the show, okay? But yeah, subscribe today. Get that button out your way. Just hit that mug if you see it, because you ain't supposed to see that button right there. That button, you ain't supposed to see that. You're supposed to get that button up out of here like bam. Hit that mug and get it up out of the way, all right? Subscribe today. But yeah, whether I see y'all later today or not, I hope you all, as always, even the ones sitting way in the back of the chat not type nothing, I still hope all of y'all have a great rest of your morning, evening, noon, or night. All right? Whatever time it is, wherever y'all may be around the world, I greatly appreciate all y'all once again. And until next time, y'all. Peace out. Later, OW. See you later, man. I'll catch you on the flip side. Y'all have a good night. Peace.